Okay, everybody, look. This is gonna be on TikTok and Instagram. So, hello TikTokers, hello Instagrammers. Echo Fan Grey Wolf here, or government name of James Williams Jr. Pick a choice. I'll answer to both. I'm doing this martial arts demonstration on my phone for the simple fact that my TikTok account and my phone don't want to work together. So instead of doing a live or doing what I would normally do, I don't get many days like this here in Virginia. So I'm going to give you guys a martial art demonstration. I'm going to talk a little bit about do's and don'ts. I'm going to show you some do's and don'ts. We're going to talk about weapons and reality and other things. And anything that you touch as a martial artist, if trained properly, should be able to become your weapon if taught properly. These are 3 spikes to put down, like one of those damn the air house things, you know. You should be able to fight with these. You don't need but 2. You ain't got but 2 hands. But you should be able to fight with anything that you can touch if you are taught properly. You should be able to fight with anything that you touch. All right? We will re-engage with these things later. Maybe. Don't have me lie to you. The first thing I'm going to tell you, everything you see is a training weapon. But in the right hands, a training weapon is just as lethal as an actual weapon. There will not be a lot of fancy shit. I had a hip replacement about 11 years ago, so I don't move like I used to. It still hurts to move sometimes, which is why I'm back in physical therapy so that I can actually learn how to ride a bike and maybe jump rope again and get back into the things that I like to do. You know, my old fucking YouTube channel of Kung Fu Athlete number 1, it does still exist. You can go compare 35-year-old James to 52-year-old James, and you'll see why I would like to have my youth back. All right, so we're gonna start with this chain because it's the hardest thing that I have to deal with. You know, now this chain, I don't know if this camera can get it, but this chain is every bit about 10 feet. Y'all can see that. It's about 10 to 12 feet. I have it marked with a black piece at the end, a black piece at the other end, and a piece that's in the middle. Now, understand if you got this range, you more than likely will never have to use your feet. But you also have to learn how to control your weapon. And that means you have to learn how to stop it by hitting the fatty parts of your skin or the muscular parts so it doesn't hit you in the face. You know, something that's not going to hurt you as much when you start going out of control. Timing is everything. Learning control of your weapon. It's more than likely, if someone's coming at you, you're doing this, you're not going to have to worry too much about getting hit or using your feet. That was luck that it landed like this. Alright? See, I just wrapped myself up. You don't want to be in that situation when you're in a fight. So having control pays in dividends. Now again, they're coming at you and they got to get through this. You're in good shape because you can do everything you want because you have range. Boom. Now, again, pays to know how to stop this motherfucker once the momentum gets started. Now, this is a plastic chain. Still dangerous in my hands because I know what I'm doing. Safer to train with plastic. Kempo, chobos. What you're not gonna do in real combat is this. You ain't gonna get the chance. boom, hands broken. You have no weapon. What you are gonna do is block, strike. Block, strike. And when you're training with the rattan, it's the same goddamn thing. The rattan's thinner and longer. So this thing here, these used to be training kamas. I broke them, so now they're chobos. Recycling is everything. All right, so in combat, that at home, that's why that's gonna happen. So you don't do that when you go into a fight with someone with chobos. This position, same thing. You know, you don't want this too close to your face. The T, the X, those are also blocks. If taught properly, block, push, kick, block, push, kick. That's a little bit safer than block and strike, but sometimes you don't get an option when a fight is coming. If they're coming at the right side of your face, which would be over here, but for all medicinal purposes, my left is your right. So they're throwing a left jab, you bat it this way and you strike. They're throwing a right jab, you bat it this way and you strike. Now, if you're gonna get nasty, it does not work in real life. It will probably work in the movies unless you get really fucking lucky when somebody's throwing a punch and you're gonna try to catch them in the club. Look, don't attempt that shit. Don't attempt that shit. If it's in the movies, that's great. But if you do get lucky, you want to catch them between the wrist and the elbow. See how that should be behind the elbow? And that should be in the wrist. So a little bit more space. And this way, when you clap it, you break at the elbow and you take control. Alright? Now 9 times out of 10, in real life, your chance of pulling that off is 1 in a million. So I don't recommend. When they throw a punch, boom, boom, get the hell out the way. Just crack it and block it, or crack it and go to the gut. You want to go somewhere where you're going to bring them down and you want to keep them down. Alright? It doesn't take that much work. Boom, boom, that's karate. Boom, boom, that's kung fu. And this is whatever it fucking takes. Block with both, slap in there. Because you hold this here, that's their arm. You're pushing it and you're coming down. Now understand something, and make sure you understand this well. If you have chobos and they have chobos, it's going to be a fight. Especially if they're better at using the chobos than you. But under no circumstances whatsoever, if they're better than you, they're not going to do this. Because they know, like I know, all it takes is for you to do this and miss, boom, your hand's going to get broken, and I got one weapon that you don't have. Because I have 2, and you tried to be fancy, and that happened. You're never going to get the chance to do that in real life. If you get in a fight with these motherfuckers, they are not to leave your hand. You understand? Boom, boom, they are not. Boom, boom, they are not to leave your hands. At all. I understand I'm not going to teach you something that you can't fucking use in real life. That's what's going to happen. And now I'm getting a phone call, of course. 1 second.